We back. We
Is it?
back at it like
Hold
a
on, hold
crack
on.
addict.
Right
All right,
back
now
at it.
we
Ola.
officially back now.
Ola.
Counting up
Let's
mathematics.
Hey. He said, Yo, that's a beat franchise made, right?
What?
That beat you made with
beat?
that drop.
Oh,
Franchise twist his homie ankle, and that's the noise he made.
Swear.
and I sampled them. It's on my page.
That's fire.
What the noise again?
Like a pure
It's a
whore.
grown man.
Whatever you do, don't sample my little snort that I did.
Too late.
Yo, I almost forgot, right? I don't want to make this like dark real quick,
Oh,
but
man.
prayers go out to Errol Spence Jr.
Oh,
He got
shit,
into a
for
big ass
sure.
car
Yeah.
accident. He's in ICU.
All right.
So hopefully
He
he
chilling
pulls
now.
through.
He chilling.
Nigga, he's in ICU, bro.
Mhm.
And when I hear that he's walking again and everything like that, then I'll be cool. But right now, I'm gonna pray for him because we don't even know if he'll come back from boxing. We don't know how crazy it is. You know, he
was
got
in a-
ejected
He
out of
was
his
in a
car.
Ferrari and he
Mhm.
popped out of it.
Bro, you seen the footage?
Yeah, that shit
Mhm.
was crazy.
Fucking Ferrari was, bro, days after being a world champ. That's how you know, like, you gotta be thankful for the day, for every fucking minute,
Right.
every second that you
That's
on
why
this
I'm
world.
thankful for this bullshit we got going on right here.
I
Right?
gotta
We-
Yeah.
ask, so what does he do?
He's a boxer.
He's a boxer, professional boxer.
Mhm.
He just won the welterweight championship
Crazy fight.
last weekend against Sean
Crazy
Porter.
fight.
It's crazy.
So, like he's like the top dude in the welterweight division right now. And then, late night, he hits, I don't even know what happened, but his fucking his Ferrari started tumbling, did flips, and he got ejected out of his car.
That's
And then
Probably,
he got sent to
no
ICU.
broken bones. He just got lacerations in his face.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's
What?
It. That's
Crazy.
it.
God
no
bless
broken
that
bones.
nigga.
No nothing, bro. He's literally he's walking.
Damn, that's love.
Right.
That's crazy.
He
So
could come
hey,
back.
listen, count them blessings, baby. That's all
Yeah.
we saying, right?
My only uncle was a boxer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He was a boxer. My grandma got all his little
The
pictures.
pictures.
Of him.
Yeah. All the boxers got
Yup.
pictures like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey man, so
Crazy.
we coming back from the break. The piss went well. I'm just saying, I made it all
Came
in the
out just like,
toilet.
ooh,
Right.
all
All of it went to the toilet.
Yup.
Maybe the seat. Sorry, babe.
Freestyling and shit.
Right. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
No,
yeah, we
yeah,
listened.
right. They went on a freestyle session that y'all don't get to listen to just because, you never know, right?
Ghostwriting stuff.
Right. That's what you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
How long you gonna be out in New York before you move to
I'm not leaving until November 4th.
Okay.
But either way, it's only a 2-hour flight. I'll be here on the weekend whenever I'm needed or
Yeah.
people want to see me. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I just gotta set that time right.
I gotta head
shit
I
out.
sound-
take flights
that
like I
shit's-
take Ubers. It's so funny, but it's free.
Yeah.
that shit sounds like
Bars.
it's so far away.
For real.
Right. that
It's
is.
not. It's a 2-hour flight, and I could take flights like as long as many of them.
Right.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe giving love to everybody. Chloe's my
She's trying to
Yorkie.
fly with me.
Yeah,
Where
right.
we going?
Shit.
It's like I only got like 2 days off, but I could do this thing where if I double up, I could get 3 days off so I can come out here.
That's what's up.
Either way, with 2 days off, 2-hour flight, that's not a long time.
So you
Yeah.
still keeping your spot over here in NY?
Well, I
and-
live
well,
with my-
not here, but
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, definitely. I still got my spot in Connecticut. My mom trying to come with me, but I don't know about that. I think I'm gonna do this solo thing.
Yeah, it feels good doing
feels
that.
like a solo thing
Yeah.
right now.
That's the best thing when you finally detach.
Yes.
And
you
you're
gotta-
like, yo, you can do what you want.
I'm
You don't
trying to
got to worry about
grow. This
consequences.
is definitely the
Mhm.
cocoon stage. This is
Even if-
already. I'm out the nest already.
Yeah.
So
What's,
it's
what's wild is you're gonna find out how boring it can get quick. You're gonna be like,
not because
oh man, there's only so much Netflix I could do.
I'm such a homebody and I don't even watch Netflix. I keep up with Power, like that's it.
Mm.
Literally. And that's just like it's crazy because I really want to make my book. I really want to work on skits to make it a visual as well, or just parts of it. Because I do the music thing. Like there are certain songs that I know I'm gonna write. Like for instance, the ones we was just one I was
Yeah.
just sent. Like the one I just wrote to, baby, that hook to. Like
Mhm.
that song right there. Like that's a story I want to tell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
that has everything to do with the book I'm writing. Like it all connects.
Mhm.
So I feel like the music videos are gonna come out as skits almost like.
So that don't
visuals.
kill you. Somebody else getting credit, not necessarily credit, but just somebody else putting your vision out.
No,
there.
I love it because I feel like it's like, yo, I found somebody who sees it with me
Mhm.
and who's able to deliver what I want. Like I just played Franchise, a beat that I wrote for one of my artists in Connecticut. She has 2 kids. Shout out to Chachi. Like she is Chachi. Yeah. She's a soul singer. Like she could sing from her
Mhm.
soul. Like she got pain. Like you know.
Her name Chachi. You know that shit comes from the soul. Shout out to Chachi.
Shout out to Chachi for real. Shout out to Layla, her little daughter. Like, you know, like she, like, you know, her Layla's father actually did music too, and he passed away, and
Okay.
Layla doesn't have him. So it's like my book is literally for that.
Mm,
You know, like she has two parents. That little girl has two parents that is musically inclined. If you
mm,
tell me right now, she's already singing. I have like pictures of her like with the equipment that I brought my brother. I bring it
Mm.
around and record other artists around the neighborhood and stuff. So I
Mm.
recorded Chachi on it, and I got her daughter like in a picture with the headphones. Like she's I got a song bounce with
Mhm.
her like recording singing on it.
Mm.
That's like what gave me my idea for the music school for kids. Honestly,
Yeah,
and seeing her daughter with it and just thinking like, wow, like you're gonna get what your mom and dad got.
that's like Swizzy. That's
Right.
like Swizzy's son, Swizzy and Alicia Keys' son.
Oh,
Like
yeah?
he produced the beat for Kendrick.
Oh
He-
my god, already?
Yeah, he was
How
like
old
8
is
years.
he?
He was like 8 years old at the time, 9 years old.
That's crazy. That's where I
But
see Steven. Shout out
His
to
his mom's
Westside
Alicia
Beats.
Keys. His mom's Alicia Keys, so he
Yeah,
was
that's what I'm
already fucking
saying.
the keys up and everything at like 8, 9 years old, bro. And Swizzy got an ear, so he
Mhm.
gave him the ear for it.
Yep.
So it was like he produced the fucking record for Kendrick.
That was
That
on
shit
that
was
on that
nice.
hidden album, right? That one that just popped out.
Yeah, on the untitled, on the ones that he just that he sent out the
It's
files.
crazy, though.
Like,
I
Just to
haven't
think.
listened to Kendrick since Kendrick You Next.
Kendrick, oh shit, for real?
Damn.
You a Meek Mill tanker. That's your favorite rapper. I can
Yeah.
tell.
I'm a dream chaser for real. Like that's funny because when I found him, it was because my best friend, the one who got my brother into it,
Yeah.
had came over and started showing us the rap battles that is like spoken word, and then
Mhm.
Reed Dollaz and Meek Mill. That whole battle came up,
Yeah.
and I was addicted to watching battle rapping.
Yeah.
There's Math. Is that who's from Philly? Right?
Who?
No Math.
You
Not
talking about Math Hoffa?
Nah. Math
'Cause
is
he
from
from New York.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And then who was it that he battled from Philly? In that
Who
video
Georgia had?
where it broke out into a whole bang, like to a whole brawl. That was the first rap battle I ever watched.
Oh,
Oh,
Math
I don't know
and
if that was a Philly. That was a Philly.
he's a Philly rapper. His name is it's not Math. It's what's his name? I don't know his
I
name.
don't know.
He got snuffed though.
Right.
Yeah,
Go
I
figure,
don't
right?
know. I don't know. Probably was an unknown rapper. or something.
Jihad, right? It's
Nah, that
obvious.
wasn't Joy
Nah,
Jihad.
No.
nah.
So as
thinking of a-
as
that's a
far as
separate
as far
occasion.
as you as being an A&R,
Mm-hmm.
what is the biggest difference that you see from? Obviously, we're Philly. We're from Philly. You know,
Mhm.
we see Philly, but what's the biggest difference you see? Like, what is it that makes Philly Philly and New York and Connecticut and
Philly will take you to the from the ground up. Like Philly will paint a picture for you where it's like when they're rapping, you could hear like even when he raps, like you could hear like you had to build from the bottom up, literally. And from New York, like the first thing they start talking about is all like so it's like you get gritty from like Philly, like you get real like gritty shit like from Philly. And then when you're listening to a New York rapper, you get that fly shit. You
That
feel
finesse.
that fab shit. You
The
feel that
finesse.
how
Yeah.
they got it. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna tell you how they got it. But Philly's gonna tell you how they was feeling when they didn't have it and then got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
And then they
Real
had to
rap.
get it. Like they'll walk you through that story versus New
Mhm.
York. They make you feel like you're on top already when you're
Yeah.
listening to them. Like
Mhm.
you're on
Yeah.
top already.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like that brawl actually when I find that video, I can't remember what his I think it's like it's not Math featuring like who was it? I feel like I
Yeah. I mean, it must have been like a battle rapper
he wasn't
from
even
Philly that
supposed to
wasn't
rap.
known.
He wasn't even supposed to battle rap Math because
Yeah.
Math is still in the battle rap, and the Philly rapper
Yeah.
is forgot what he said, but he just
Yeah.
he was doing his thing though. You could tell like in the rap and like the Brooklyn rapper just got he felt so like are you coming at me kind of
Uh-huh.
by it and was just like just
Yeah, yeah.
just rocked him.
You
Just
know
with
what
him.
was it? He was too close to him or something like
Yeah,
that.
he was like,
the-
"Why you rapping so close to me, dog?"
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
and then they just started
I
rapping.
think his brim of his hat
And
touched him.
after that,
I
I
think I
started
know which
watching.
one y'all talking
I
Yeah.
about.
started watching all the rap battles after that, thinking they
Yeah.
was all gonna turn into
You
a
go
fight.
to a wormhole, nah.
Then
Nah,
I
all
was
of 'em.
going crazy, like,
Yeah.
and I just fell in love with it, like I literally did. And
Yeah.
then
I think battle rap to me, when it like obviously I've been listening to it forever, but my favorite is when Disaster went against DNA. You remember that shit?
Yeah,
was
but
talking about-
the disasters like last on everybody's battle rapper list.
I get it, but to me that was hot. Like I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, just
I
because
don't
he was
I don't
like,
like none of them.
Dose. His name is Dose.
Those yeah, see,
Math
we
Oh,
don't.
versus
shit.
Dose.
Yes,
They was in
Because-
a gym, like a big space.
Yeah, it's a big space
Yeah.
on the stadium.
It was
And
like
you know
an
what I
auditorium
remember because
type
he was
thing.
like, see if you could he said, "Oh, you think you can handle toast? Well, let's see if you can handle dose." Like, and he was like saying just crazy bars.
Uh-huh.
Like, you could
Wait,
tell he was
wait.
from
He
Philly.
had some shit, right? He was
Yeah, he
going
was nah, he
crazy.
was going crazy.
Damn, what's that one line?
He said, what he said?
Turn your what? Turn your
He,
dome into a
oh
stadium.
yeah,
That,
that was
that one line, like
he
open your
said.
shit. I was like,
He said, "I'll turn your dome to a stadium cranium," and then he goes
he snapped.
crazy.
All right,
I
I know
didn't
what you
even
mean.
listen to the battle. I just saw the snuff. Like I
Yeah,
didn't.
nah,
Yeah.
bro, he
World
snapped. They was
Nah,
star.
going
cause
there.
Brooklyn, he said, "I'm from Brooklyn, where you could get a job way faster than you, where you could get a gun way faster than you could get a job." And then he said, he said, "We'll chase you down the block and punch the change out you, and if you ain't got that change, then we make." Oh my god, it was just crazy.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Like he was just going hard, like, and I
Yeah.
just fell in love with it because I understood it. Like I was like, they were making me laugh. Like music is all about making somebody
You
feel
still
something.
watch battle rap?
Mhm.
Yes, I
Who's your
still
who's your
do.
5 favorite
Nah,
battle
nah.
rappers?
Right now, like literally just watch it when I'm like when I'm not watching nothing. Like I'll just put it on. I don't
But you
even
don't
pay.
got no rappers?
Mm-mm.
No Charlie Clips, no Goods, Chess,
No
Not even.
Sharon. No, I'm just
no
kidding.
fucking
Mm-mm.
Loaded Lux.
I've been so in the commercial world, like having to make music, having to make sounds that
Yeah,
I've been off it. When I
yeah,
watch it, it's just because it's from my own entertainment.
yeah.
I
I fuck
can't.
with UR because it's like it's part of the hip hop culture. That's something that's like they so professional at that shit. It's like yo, when mainstream rappers try to come into that shit, they got the ability to do it, but they come in so disrespectfully. Like if they
Yeah.
got that shit on lock, like nigga, yo, these
Mhm.
dudes been doing this shit forever. They know how to
Mhm.
ride the crowd. They know what's gonna get them hype, what's not gonna get them hype, how to deliver the
They
bars.
just, but
The
what's
last
crazy is
time,
they just did the BET Awards and they had a battle rap during the BET
for real,
Awards.
who battle
Yeah,
Yeah,
raps?
I know.
they
Well,
had
DNA
DNA,
won it.
they had T Top, they had Shotgun Suge, but see, they didn't have the best battle rappers there.
See,
They,
the
you know what I
last
mean?
time
Like,
I watched battle rap, when I actually knew somebody's name was Snoop, like literally back then. Like that
yeah,
wasn't even that back then. It was like 2010, like
yeah,
11, where I actually knew somebody's name and like was watching him. Like,
yeah,
let's see what he does next, type of thing. I
yeah,
don't have no favorite
When he
right
was
now.
going against the
yeah.
Sean
'Cause right
Jackson
now,
boy. You
my
know what's crazy? Talking to Will about that shit and Will recording all that shit.
oh shit,
Yeah, that
really?
was
Well, no,
he was the
wow,
one. Yeah, he well
that's
knows he was the one with the
that's
camera.
dope.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, he was the one with the camera doing all that shit that actually got uploaded into YouTube.
Yeah,
That's wild because it's like so close. Like you
Yeah,
think like
that's
whatever,
crazy.
but those people are like we could touch those people.
yeah.
That's
Crazy,
fire.
right, right.
I try
Connections are
to
endless.
I try to like watch all that shit because all of it is the hip hop culture. All of it,
Mhm.
bro.
It
Battle
is.
rapping, the dancing aspect of that shit. Like
Mhm.
I watched URL. I watched the DVD era where they was freestyling on top of beats.
Mhm.
Too raw for the streets, headshots, we run the streets DVD. I mean the wire DVD and all that shit like that. Even what was it? The come up DVD that y'all had in New York? I think it was that Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj used to be on
Mhm.
and all them and shit like that.
Mhm.
Like you'll see French Montana back in the day, like even though to me I always thought he was
But,
trash, like even back in the day. But
but that man has content.
yeah,
Okay, that
that's because
man
he was a
has
video dude. He was a
he got
vlogger before.
content for days though. Like that man has songs that you probably I could play you a
Yeah,
song right now. You probably still haven't even heard it. Like he
yeah,
has
yeah, yeah,
so much music.
And that's crazy because sometimes all you just need is the catalog.
Yeah,
hmm
You
and
just
have
need
enough so that you could get some like
recognition,
audience,
right? Yeah.
like
yeah,
all audiences.
yeah.
He goes hard. Like that man has sampled Lawrence and the Machine. Like, do you know who Lawrence and the Machine is? That's a
I do.
okay. That's my
Come on, look at
man's.
me,
My man's.
bro.
You know I'm from Connecticut, so you know I got
Right,
my glasses on. Okay,
right.
you know
Mhm.
who that is. But that's what I'm saying. He has gone so far into this. Like you know that he
And
has
that's
done
what
songs with that.
that's what I like about music. The fact that then and obviously you guys like all have something to do with music. But for me, just sitting back and enjoying different types of music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally sat the other day and was listening to a study beats, and it was like a just like a compilation of beats or just music in general for people to sit down and study to.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Cause I can sit there and put on a DMX John, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
start rapping it and not focus on what I'm doing.
Mhm.
Or I could focus, I could put on some whatever it is for me. But for some reason, this particular music, I knew nothing about it. I It was just the melodic aspect of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I could focus on what the fuck I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me is like crazy. Like I could take whatever the fuck music is and just put it into something that whatever the fuck I'm doing. Like I could be cleaning and shit and listen
Yeah.
to something.
There's a
And,
mood for everything.
right.
That's
and
like-
that's essentially it.
When I went to Puerto Rico, I was driving in Puerto Rico. Which, by the way, yo, you drive in Puerto Rico for 4 days, you ain't gonna complain about how people drive here no more. Yo, they don't got no tail lights over there. They don't put signal lights on when switching in the lanes.
Okay.
They speed in the. Mind you, we was
Right.
in Aguadilla in the mountains. The
And that's a
mountains,
state
nigga.
in the U.S. now.
The mountains is like the streets are like a block and a half. So literally, you're squeezing a two-way, literally squeezing, no lane, no lines on it, and nothing. So nigga, you squeeze by two cars like nothing now. Getting used to fucking Puerto Rico
Right.
driving. But anyway, I'm down there, and my mom, when she drives, she needs shit completely silent to think. Right, like lowering the music is gonna
Oh my God, my grandma's like
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
bro.
And me, I'm the opposite. I'm like, I need the music on.
to focus,
I need,
and I need it all the way
to
up so I
relax.
hear nothing else.
Yeah, to relax. I need the music on. So I'm in PR just blasting Casanova.
Oh my
Just
God.
just raw shit. Just you know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely know how that is. That should be fun as shit.
Oh man,
That's my favorite dude from that city.
I haven't
That's
gone
my-
out the country.
No,
First
you-
of all,
What? Never?
Just
Go to
one
Puerto Rico.
time to Dominican Republic. And it's crazy. I've been to Puerto Rico before I went to DR. My godfather's Puerto Rican.
So
we
you've been
took-
out the country, technically.
I was 4 years old, and then I was 15. 15, you
That
know,
don't
in a
count.
Spanish hold, they're
Nah,
not letting you go to the
Talking about as
corner.
an adult. Nah, go.
I haven't gone nowhere out the country. I've been so far since I've had this job. I've been in Detroit for the softball shit, and then Miami for the music stuff.
Hold up. So they flew you out to go play softball?
Yes,
That's
hotel and everything.
Love,
That's super
yo.
fire.
Yes.
That's love.
Detroit was cool as fuck. I played
Right.
I played JFK. I played so Atlanta beat us. But we beat Atlanta first, and then we beat Atlanta, and then LA won the final. It was between Atlanta and LA, and LA won.
That's for softball, right?
Yeah, softball.
That's
So it's
what's up.
cool though. They got a bowling one. They got everything. I'm just like, yo, like that's mad dope.
Damn, that's
Fuck
love.
around from Minnesota, go to LA. I'm already
Uh-huh.
halfway there. You know what I mean? And then the music shit's gonna just open. Like,
Yeah.
I love that this job is like endlessly traveling. Like, that's cool for somebody like, you know, like
In
I'm,
your position,
Yeah, and, like-
you got no attachments.
no, I
So
don't.
for you, it's a
I just gotta pack up all my clothes. I might not even bring nothing. Honestly, I got mad like it's not work clothes, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like I might as well just pack a couple sweatsuits and then
Yeah.
just buy like work clothes. you
bro.
know?
For us, we was like, oh, we're going to Jamaica for our honeymoon. Me and my
Oof,
wife.
I want to go to Jamaica
I was
so
like,
bad. I want to
fuck
get
it.
married in Jamaica.
You want to get married in Jamaica?
Yeah, I
I
love
don't know if I
Jamaican
want to
food.
get. We're gonna get married in Philly, but we gonna fly out to Jamaica for our honeymoon.
I'm trying to concentrate.
Yo,
That,
what's up with the
that
cheese?
wine smell like shit.
What,
Oh,
John?
I hate that shit,
Yeah.
bro.
Chill,
The
dog.
wine.
Oh my! What you like drinking?
My shit.
Damn, I
uh,
feel like I stink now. Fuck you, mean dog. I'm mad as show up.
do say.
Yo, you talking shit?
I feel
Dude.
like I would have been mad bougie if I said bring the 1942.
Nah, do say.
I don't even
Well,
know
but
what that,
I don't.
even
I
know
don't
what that
drink.
tastes like.
I don't drink. It's Hennessy. It's like cognac.
1942. I don't
No,
know
oh
what
no,
that tastes
not.
like.
I'm sorry. I was talking about Douce.
Do say I could
Yeah.
chase that with water. That's cool.
Yeah. So
I didn't
Douce. Yeah, Douce, Jack and Coke.
So you're
Shit
not
like that.
drinking? You didn't have not one cup of wine?
Fuck
There's
no,
beer
not
there, bro.
wine. I fucking hate wine.
There's beer there.
Nah, bro. I ate
What's
too much
that
of
in
that
that
I
cup
ain't
right
drinking
there
no
looking
beer.
like some foreign stuff? That dark stuff.
I don't even know. That's some type of whiskey there. I don't know. You want some whiskey?
You gotta take
Nah,
a shot.
We got to
Oh
do
my
a shot
God.
before we get the fuck out of here.
All right,
Wait,
before we get out,
you got
after the
too lit
podcast,
for
I
your
got
birthday?
you.
After the
What's up?
podcast, I got some
Word.
shit
Nah,
upstairs,
not
some other
really.
shit, some other fail shit. I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Nah,
Like
I ain't
cheap
really
shit.
get too late for my birthday.
What would you drink on your birthday?
Fucking Henny and Red Bulls. That's the shit. That's
That
what
make you want to
Always.
fight though.
What?
Nah,
Nah.
Me,
The
bro,
nigga-
I'll rip my shirt
The,
off.
the person you
for no
are,
reason.
He
the
thinking about
person you
Mad
are
Dogs.
is what makes you want
Yeah.
to fight. Like,
Honestly,
Word.
you know I don't like drinking.
I
I
don't
said like I like bubbly because I'm like addicted to soda, but
yeah.
I don't like drinking. Like,
Bro, today I was like, hey, yo, franchise, find out what she want to drink, just because we want to be courteous.
And what I say to you? What I say?
Something bubbly or
Something
something like
bubbly.
that.
I said,
He said what? He said what kind of Connecticut lingo is that?
listen,
Right.
yo,
Like,
look,
We was
look.
thinking.
Listen, I'm upfront and I'm blunt, so I'm gonna tell you the same shit I told him in the
what
text.
you say?
I said that's that That's that freaky NY talk.
Oh my
That's
god.
same shit.
Some bubbly.
Give me something
She
bubbly.
said beer. No. Wine.
Like,
I was like, what does bubbly mean?
I
Like,
haven't
what's
tried
that?
sparkling wine yet, so I
Oh,
thought, like,
okay.
Yo, we
know.
was at the wine store with my sleepy ass wife. We was at the wine store, right? We was sitting there, and I was looking. I was like, should I get some like sparkling whatever? I didn't know what you wanted. He said something sour. I was like,
Yeah.
sour? What the fuck? Like, okay,
It
let's
tasted
get
mad
some.
good,
Let's
though.
get some Moscato then, whatever. And then I was like, he said no sour, like something. I was like, oh,
He thought I
shit.
was playing. I'm like, nigga, she
Right,
said
I
that.
thought right. Like I didn't think that was.
I
I
like
don't
my
know.
wine like I like my weed. Sour.
Okay. Yep.
I'm
Doing
just,
it
I'm
Right.
just kidding. I don't smoke.
Right.
I'm not.
Whatever.
Right.
I do what I want.
You're a liar.
That's why I need my.
Your
my
birthday
wine.
in July, because July a lot.
Oh, July.
Yeah.
Your
Wait,
birthday
is it-
really isn't July though. That's what's crazy.
Got him.
July 2nd.
Yep.
Oh,
I pieced that
shit.
shit. I pieced that shit right together.
Oh my
Got
god, you
him.
sound like Frenchie. You know he's the only one that's used that bar.
Oh,
He
yeah?
wasn't born in July, baby, but July.
Oh yeah. Oh
He
shit.
said that in a bar. I forgot. It's like I think it's that. I hope you don't get famous. That song.
No, I never heard of this shit.
Well, yes, you did. You
Yeah,
just
you-
don't
you heard that,
remember. It's
no,
that
no.
mainstream song. Like
I hope you don't
Who
get
else?
famous.
mm-hmm. With Swali, I think he's on that.
Why you?
Oh,
mean?
no, he's
I
on-
thought his name
he's
was
on-
Swaley.
Oh, you're right.
Swaley, yeah,
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
You're
Swahili.
You know I'm
Swahili,
Spanish.
right?
I get to have an accent. I
Right.
get to have.
Yo,
an
what's crazy is
accent.
they pulled up right, and I was like, y'all sound mad Connecticut. Like, the I don't know why. Like I was like,
It's funny because when I'm in New York, they say the same thing. They're like, when I was working at T-Mobile and whatnot,
Mm.
a little side gig before I got the Delta job, they were like, "Where you from?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "You're from somewhere else because
Right.
you don't sound
Mhm.
like a New Yorker." And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"What do New Yorkers sound like?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm ready to put out the nails and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
they sound like? Like, what you mean? What
Yeah.
you mean?
Nah, I met
She-
some girl named Precious. She's from Brooklyn.
Mhm.
And she's not like a ghetto Brooklyn girl, but you can still tell that she's from New York. Like,
She's
like
from New
she
York.
talks
They
like
got
that.
accent. I don't got that
got a
accent.
little
yet.
wordplay.
The only thing I say that's New York is like I don't know, like my
you say
job.
mad a bunch.
Mad maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
It was
OD.
mad with this and
Yeah,
that. And I was like,
OD.
okay, I get it. But for me, like she pulled up, she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna say John a bunch of times." Then we don't say John that many
Yeah.
times.
That shit gotta
Nah,
roll. It
you
gotta roll
do.
off the tongue properly.
Mm-mm.
You ever seen
guys-
Creed?
Yeah.
You ever seen? All right. You remember the first one? Like if you notice, his girl was saying John, but she's not from Philly, so it sounded weird to us at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because she was in Max is talking about this John, but she was
Nah,
It
because you gotta
didn't-
say it like
it wasn't
John.
enunciated.
I know how to
properly.
say it the Philly way. It's John. Like
kind
John.
of. I don't
Come
know
on,
because
like, you know I'm
then
saying it right. You know
you got
that John.
drawn.
You know
got,
that John
all
sound
right,
right.
How about drawn? If I be like, yo, you drawn?
That means that you're ODing, like you're
Yeah,
dragging
there
it.
you go. All right,
I
that's your
learned
OD,
that. Yeah,
drawn.
but
Even though Puerto Ricans got even though how I'm saying that's like considered like the black way. Puerto Ricans they say drawing.
Yeah,
You
you
drawing?
drawing.
Nah, you drawn. Or art. You know what I mean? Art. ARD. All right.
Bro,
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember.
ARD,
I
that's
remember.
a Philly shit.
that's a
right
I
Philly
there,
remember
shit.
getting those
ARD.
texts from my little brother. I was like, "What does that mean? What do you-
ARD, yeah.
What do you mean
Alright.
by ARD?" Hard. I was like,
My
Art.
pop gets all his
Okay.
slang from me.
Yeah.
Well, all the Philly because my dad he's from New York. You know what I mean? From
No
like
problem.
he's from Bronx. Well, he was born in Puerto Rico and then he was mostly raised in the Bronx and shit like that. But he came. His nickname was actually New York when he came to Philly.
You know what I just learned? That hip hop started in the Bronx.
Yeah,
"You just
I-
learned that,
Yo, yeah, don't.
bro?
yeah.
Okay, this is
The
already
youth
on the
in you.
record. so-
The youth in you, bro."
I know it's true. I'm a '96
Yeah.
baby, so
Bronx is the shit.
96.
I had to catch up.
I feel
I'm not
old.
gonna
I was
lie.
7.
I had to
I was
catch up.
watching Power Rangers at that.
64 John too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would nigga fuck Power Rangers.
I got
hated
one
Power Rangers.
somewhere over there, the 64 franchise.
Yeah, I
that was
saw
like,
that.
"We gonna hook this up." I'd be
You
like,
got the games and everything.
"I don't know, bro. I ain't hooking that shit up."
Nah, we was Yu-Gi-Oh playing. We was
With
Right,
the
I forgot.
cards
Yeah.
or without the cards?
with the cards.
Okay, see?
Crazy.
Come on now. You see, I'm not
I'm
that
25.
behind.
all
Okay,
right?
that's 20. I'm 23. Like,
All right, so
come
you
on.
tú eres un bebé.
Yeah,
You a-
pero yo estaba ahí también,
At
wanting
23.
to play. Like, when is it my turn?
yeah. So you
All right,
was-
you was the chill. Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, when is it my
Damn.
turn? Like, can it be my turn
You
already?
feel old.
I used to beat my little sister all the time. I used to beat my little sister.
I
She used
just
to get
asked
mad.
my bro. I looked over. I was like, "You feel old?" He said, "Extremely old, bro." I'm 30. He's what you 36?
Yo, my
36 for a couple of days, right?
age is nothing.
Hold on, give him the mic. Give him the mic.
Give him the mic. Hold on. Talk to me. Talk to me, baby.
This program.
I seen the fucking first cell phones come out like before. Like it wasn't no digital shit. It was
Talking about the black
it was
ones?
the wave. The sound John was a wave, like literally. No,
No, I remember we used to have to
bro,
buy the
like,
cards.
You talking about
beyond that too. The first John,
Like
nigga,
this?
I was.
You talking about this one
Yo,
program, the big
she
ass
talking
brick?
about some. She watched Power Rangers, right? We watched the first episode air. Power Rangers.
This
I was
nigga
there.
old as shit.
I was there,
You remember VR Troopers?
bro, with Jay Leno, bro. I remember that shit. We are VR troopers.
Yeah.
Mio.
Yeah, they just snapped.
I saw Teen Titans. I don't know.
That
No,
was
Teen
fire.
Titans is way ahead, bro.
Nah, that's way too ahead.
That was
yeah.
fire. I remember that.
I love that. That's my era. Hello.
That's why, like, I think
Teen
my parents.
Titans.
I think it was like it could be a bad thing too. My dad did my parents they exposed me to like so much early, bro.
That's
Like,
not
that's
about
the
what my
reason-
book is about.
That's the reason why the whole music shit and everything like that.
You're
Like,
so wicked in your lyrics, though, so I can see.
yeah. So my dad, he put like sometimes he be kind of like questioning where I get the shit from, but he's the one that actually influenced
It's
me the
crazy when
most.
they question you, right? It's
Yeah,
like, hello.
because I'm like, Pop, you know, like throughout my whole time growing up, you got the systems all blasting, you blasting brand Nubian. You
Mhm.
blast like I got a fucking Rolodex, bro.
It's
like,
crazy because being around Reed
Lottie
is the,
Dottie, Slick Rick, I can fucking rap
Reed,
that shit from start to finish, bro.
Reed is the oldest young boy I know.
My
Like
era,
it's weird as
Yeah.
fuck being
my
around
era,
Reed.
as far as old goes, as far as family influences, is like they put me on the like Jagged Edge and like things like that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I mean.
112.
Yeah,
Yeah.
112, like B5.
Bro, I'm gonna just put it this
Yeah.
way. I remember when Pony came out. We was watching
there
it.
we go.
We was watching it on
Man.
channel 48.
Yo,
Bro, y'all don't know, right? All right.
Nah,
so
I
in
know
Philly,
about Channel 48 because
in
my era was 56, so it's not that far.
right.
Okay.
So in Philly, there was a channel, right, and it was channel 48. And I remember when Jay-Z came out with the John. What was it? It was
Wrong because it was channel 7.
What?
channel 7,
Channel 7.
bro.
On the screen, it would say.
So that's the
I think
older
it was
brother, right?
68.
Right,
It would say 68 on the screen.
bro. I don't even remember. I remember and I don't. I remember watching.
And then
I remember
it was
being in
channel
kindergarten and watching Jay-Z's or watching Nas "If I Rule the World" when it
If
came
I
out.
rule the
That's the song that
world.
made me fall in love with hip hop.
We watched Big Pun premiere. We watched.
Oh my god.
Oh, we did. I
Have
remember.
you heard his son? His son is so
Listen, let me
fucking.
tell you something. We've
Chris
lived in the
Rivers.
best era.
Yo.
We've lived in the best era. Like,
If I rule the world.
I remember that, bro.
You know-
and I had the influence. So it was weird because growing up for me, And him?
Love him, baby.
right. But growing up for me and him, I remember the first album, the first tape, not album, the first tape we had was fucking Snoop, fucking Doggy Style. Like people be like, "Oh, you listen to West Coast music?" It was like, "Yeah, West Coast to us was the shit." Like
Yeah.
we were team Tupac. We were team West
Hey,
Coast.
let's
Word.
get it.
Out of
Yep.
nowhere.
always
I don't
love to
know
ask
how the
people
fuck.
that.
I don't know how the fuck that happened, but we were like,
I'm in Brooklyn, but I'm
Fuck.
Tupac.
right.
Yeah.
I was like, man,
Oh,
fuck
shit.
Biggie, bro.
Oh,
It took
shit.
me to
Yo.
become bro, and right because I was just on that.
Ew.
I was on that end
Throw a
of the
little sound
spectrum.
on that one, anyway.
Right. I was on that end of the spectrum, and then as I grew older, obviously, I was like, all right, I'm gonna give Biggie a chance. And the only reason I gave Biggie a chance was because his Blue Eyes versus Best Eye came out, and it was when Frank Sinatra. Somebody sat there and mixed Frank
Right.
Sinatra with fucking Biggie.
When he said lumberjack, my hat to match.
Right. I was like, holy fuck, this is crazy shit. The shit he's saying, like this,
Yeah.
I relate to this more. But when I was a kid, to me, I was like, I wanted to be the rebel. I wanted to be on the other
Yeah,
side.
Yeah.
Like fuck all that. Y'all
Yeah.
niggas want to be
Yeah.
normal.
I did not
I
know
want to
that,
be a
though.
rebel.
Yeah, no,
Bro,
West Coast was always
Coast to
cool.
me,
Like
bro.
it was cool.
Bro, that fucking that Dre sound, that
Yeah.
that weird shit that you be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Remember when Cole
Dre did
on
that.
Born Center, Cole was like, Pac had a nigga saying fuck Biggie. I was only
Right.
like 11. Please forgive me. I was like, damn, somebody really
Yo,
like that was me too.
Right.
Oh, shit.
He said,
Not
I
me.
ain't shit. I just know how to make it. Oh, that's the stack on.
Bro, Snoop was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Beyond his time, bro.
Right. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. As far as his cadence and everything like that.
He's still in.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Right. And of course you
Some
listen to
people-
Snoop today and you be like, okay,
People's
yeah.
dream is to be with, like, in the room with him.
Yeah.
Like, still to this day.
It's
I got an
crazy.
aunt that all she want to do is smoke weed with Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg. That's her dream.
Mhm.
Like, oh my god.
You can make that happen though. Don't act like
For
you don't
sure.
get there.
Nah, we got
Just keep
into a-
A&R
we
and
got
keep
into-
making your moves and shit. You'll be there, bro.
Yeah,
It's
but-
easy.
Word.
You know what's crazy? Like I was saying earlier, to touch an artist. Like I remember when he started doing the music shit, the music videos. No, you don't like me talking this shit about this shit, but when we
Yeah,
started
he's
doing the
very low
music,
key with it. He's like,
right,
Right.
I
But
called
when
him
we,
the other day. I'm like, how you get that program? He's like, listen, I had to make a lot of calls. I'm like,
Right.
all right.
but it's like that. Like we started like obviously from the bottom, and it's
Mhm.
like okay,
basement statements.
And-
What's up?
right,
Yeah.
right. And you look at the phone book now, and I'm sure his phone book is filled with shit, and you be like, damn.
That's
We
what
we only dreamed of that like a
That's
couple years ago.
dream chasers.
Right.
That's what we are.
We only
Yeah.
dreamed of that shit. Like just being able to like even communicate with these people or be in their presence. Like
Mhm.
and now it's like, okay, whatever. And
Yeah.
that goes to even just like the normal Philly artist. Like
yeah.
like, oh, okay, that dude's popping. Okay, whatever. Like it's just it's crazy. I remember when Reed started coming around, bro. I remember y'all did that video on that dirty ass fucking that lot that got torn the fuck down. Bro, you don't even remember. That shit was on Air Mango.
Mingo. Yeah.
Inside
Bro.
of the building, we broke.
Yeah.
Into. Well, we didn't break into it. It was open. But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
walked into it.
We trespassed.
Trash pass.
But that was a cool it was
Right.
it was cool
Nigga,
though.
I was laying down on the ground and all. Remember that
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. He
Right.
was like, yeah. Anything for the shot. Nice shots too.
Dedication, man. Persistence, the process.
But
That
that's
shit is
with everything.
beautiful.
That's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do every day. That's what you guys literally focus all your attention on. It's
what
consistent.
we do. It's
It's
literally
stay consistent and stay
consistency, process, like
Yeah.
just devotion, like the power of wanting to make good music. That's where it all starts. And you say you're not musically inclined and stuff, but honestly, like that thing that you have that it's just like you want to be a part of the process where you make good music, like that's all it takes.
I just like to listen to it. I
Me
don't give a
too.
shit.
Yeah.
I'll watch the video and be like, damn, that shit was crazy.
You
Like, I was
just-
talking to him earlier. It's a program, sorry. I was talking to him earlier and I was like, I reached a point where I can't critique your music because I'm not at that level. Like before I'd be like, or the video, I'd be like, that shit ass, fuck out of here, bro. Just like Reed, I'd be like, nah, I don't think you should do this. I don't think you should do that.
you got an ear, like,
Right.
you got an opinion, and it's like,
Well, it's my opinion. I don't care if it affects
but
anybody
you
else.
need it though. You need it, like no matter
valid,
what. No matter what, like especially people like franchise and you know they need that. They
Mhm.
need
Mhm.
somebody that loves them and can honestly tell them what's good.
Right, right.
Just like
Mhm.
with Tanya, like I brought her because like I feel like she like
Shout out
she'll-
to Tanya.
right. Shout out to
Ayy.
Estrella Love Switch. By the way, that whole music video thing you were talking about, that's my main girl. When I got something, she's the one. Like she's the one that knows. Like she's my connect to the people that know the people that want to be in the videos.
That's what's
And
up.
like she knows fire girls. She has worked in the top places. Like she already knows she's popping. Like
Why
Bruh.
Tanya smiling hard as shit?
she like
in
yes,
that
bitch. She knows
Fuck
what's
you,
up.
man.
She knows what's
Definitely
up.
gonna
And what's
expose
crazy
you.
is that I know
Period.
I known that girl since elementary school.
Okay.
Like
Damn.
and elementary school is when I first started the slam poetry. Is when I first started watching the rap battles. Is when I first started coming out of my shell and being like, yo, like going to school and talking about this is what I like to watch and stuff like that. Like that's who I was going and confiding to and look at like this is 10-year bond. Like she already knows what's up. Like she knows like I was already meant to do all this type of thing. Like
Right,
so it's
right, right.
crazy. Like, you know, like
And what's
being-
crazy is without that support structure, man,
Mhm.
shit. You ain't
That's like
shit.
what I'm saying. Like you say, like, oh, you're not musically inclined, but it's like, yo, we need that. We need that person to be like, yo, is it hot or not? Because like people who are like trying to be in the mix and shit, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that shit hot, that shit hot, that shit hot. No matter what, they're gonna rock with you. But like, we really need somebody who's gonna be like, yo, this is what you could do to make it hotter. Like this is what you could do to make it better. Like program, like he's the main person to come to. Like, yo, what do we need to do to make it like so that you want to do it like on some shit like where you believe in it.
Right.
That's so important. Like that's so important.
It's
because-
weird because I remember him telling me like, I just wanted you to stop talking shit.
Start a podcast.
Right. No, to stop talking shit about what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
Stop.
Okay.
Just like agree with it on some like, yo, this shit is hot.
Yeah.
Or this is that or whatever the
Same
case
thing with
is.
my brother. Same thing.
Right.
He
And when
still
your brother gonna come through, we gotta
he
have him
still
on
thinks
this.
my brother still like when he hear my music, he like, you getting better. I'm like, yo, like, what that mean? Like, am I good to go? Like, or not? Like,
Give
he's
my
like,
props.
he's like, nah, you getting better.
Yeah.
He's
You
like,
ain't
you
the
really
best,
getting better. Other day, he Snapchat me a video. He's like, yo, I heard about this move and whatnot. Like, I want to wish you the best and everything, but like, you've always been the main supporter and everything that I do, and I love you and everything. And it's just like, yo, that's exactly what makes me go harder. Like, that's what got me in this position right now. It's love. Literally, just straight up love. Like, love got me in the position. Like, love for the music, love for him, love for wanting to do better for him. And like when I met like that's one of the most
That's something we gotta talk about.
Yeah, like when I met Atlas, like, yo, it was on some like, yo, so like straight up like this. Like when you're a female in the industry, you already know like people are easy to talk to you and stuff. Like people come up to you, they want to talk to you, they want to, what are you doing here? Da, da. But Atlas, like he didn't even meet me like on some like, oh, you're doing the music thing, let me include you. He was like, hey, what are you doing on New Year's Eve? Like, I got a party going on in my crib. Mad random.
What's
And
crazy about that from how we met him? We were sitting there doing something. We were doing the cruise thing.
Oh,
and I was like,
the Respect the Engineer,
right?
Which he is the mastermind for all that. Shout out to
which is insane because I was sitting there and I was like,
money.
I was like, I was telling Ad, and I was like, yo, I really want to start a podcast. I mean, I talk enough shit. This is what I do. I know I got my boy Reed. We had a boxing podcast before. This would be easy for us to transition into just normal life for us. And I remember telling him, and I was like, he was like, "Oh, just do it. And when you do it, give me a call, and I'll be a guest on it." And I was like, "Okay."
He was your fourth episode.
To me, he was the third episode.
Third, I'm off.
You good? I was like,
third time's a charm.
He ain't gonna show up. Like whatever. To us, he's gonna look at us. He gonna look at us like cronies. Like whatever.
He showed up. That's
he
my
showed
man.
the fuck up. I appreciated it so much, bro. I was so excited. I was like, yo, we getting Atlas up here. Like this is what he do for a living. Like this podcast shit is like one of his avenues. So to me, I was like, bet. I was like, bet. Like, cool. He agreed to come. Is he really gonna come? Right? I remember telling Reed, like, yo, we gotta prep for this. We gotta look into it.
That's one thing that he taught me, man. You show up, man. Just show up. That's all you gotta do.
How'd you meet him? Like, what was that?
That's
process
all
like?
I did was show the fuck up. Like, that's all it took for me to show up and really like when real recognize real recognize real. And that's one of the first podcasts that I thought about opening. And that's the first thing I ever talked about Atlas with. Is this podcast I wanted to open. Called Real Recognize Real. And it was literally what you guys are doing right now. Like you guys basically took my dream and manifested it into reality. Real Recognize Real.
We just changed
it was
the
like
name.
a basement statement. Right. You just changed the name. Word. And he told me, he was like, yo, like that idea is dope. And Atlas, he's a type to give out advice on how you can move forward with your plan. Like he's literally the go-to man. So I'm telling him about this. And he's just like more like interested in the book that I have and the book that I keep talking about. He's like, yo, you need to focus on that. Like, and Atlas is the only person.
Curator.
Atlas is the only person who has actually like heard the chapters in my book. And he's like, yo, B, that's what you gotta do. Basically, he's like, yo, add visuals to it. Like, and I'm thinking like, program. I'm winking at you. You can't see me, but he's like, add visuals to it.
Her eye. I thought it was a twitch.
He's like, add visuals to it, and like, yo, you got yourself a solid plan.
You gotta do an audio version.
no, of course, like, and my voice is like,
Mhm.
okay, it's infectious, it's
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
like, all right, so do an audio version too.
Mhm.
Rick Ross did it, Jay-Z did it, they all
Mhm.
got books. But
Mhm.
it's like mine is different. Mine has a purpose, mine has a vision, mine has a motivation to the parents
So
who
what is that? Like what is from obviously you don't want to expose the book because you want to put
mhm.
the book out, but what is the goal and what is
The goal
the
is
end
so
chapter like
the
wait
end
what do you
chapter
want to reach?
is to open up eyes for parents and just parents in general, not parents who just have kids who are talented, but there's just parents in general. Like when you have a child and you bring a child into your environment, make sure that that environment is the one that you want it to be in your whole life. Because if it's not, then you're gonna face the same history that tends to repeat itself, like you say,
Right.
Mhm.
is gonna keep repeating, and you're gonna be stuck in the same situation where you had to hear the same advice over again, and you're gonna feel deja vu. You're gonna feel deja vu when you're giving your kid the talk. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? And you're gonna be like, damn, like I was this kid. That was my
Mhm.
kid.
Mhm.
And it's like my life has spiraled so many times where it's like, I've had to face my father and face my mother and see myself in both their eyes. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mhm.
And see myself a part of me in both of them and
Mhm.
realize like, no wonder that's the way I am.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? No wonder that's the way I am.
Yeah.
And it's like you're gonna see the book is like the book is gonna spiral back to it's like where it's almost giving advice like Atlas would
Mhm.
Right.
on some shit like like how Atlas would do like what couldn't you do in a situation like this or that.
Yeah.
And it's like I've been in situations in my life where it's like it's really my life. It's really 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 my life. Like
Mhm.
everything that's in my book is true.
I almost
Like
forgot. Cruise control. What's that?
Cruise Control. So Cruise Control, shout out to franchise straight up because when I hashtagged it, mad funny like Cruise Control because Melanie, fuck, the girl
Yeah,
who's
yeah,
in
yeah.
the video with Chicklet, right? And it's like
Mhm.
my fault for not getting the name right, but it's like mostly like the guys get recognition in the industry before the females do.
Mhm.
It's like okay, there's a guy, and then who's behind her? Like there's always a queen behind his king.
Mhm.
So it's like
Mine just went to sleep.
right, Melanie is a Cruise. Like, shout out to the Cruise fam, and like it just so happens that Cruise, is Meek's engineer, and he's the reason why Atlas has gotten here to this position that I'm at right now, and it's just
Mhm.
like Cruise, like he's been such a motivation for me and Atlas, and just in general, and it's just like I happen to have the same last name. It's cruise control. When you put your car in cruise control, that means you just let it ride out, right?
Mhm.
So just let everything ride out. We got you. Like we know the plan, we know the blueprint, we know the vision. Like we could work around you, we could get it done. And it's
Mhm.
all based off of love at
Right.
the end of the day.
Mhm.
Like it's the love for what we do. I
Yeah.
remember sitting in the Respect the Engineer right here in Philly with Cruz, and what he said to me was what he said to all of us. Mom and dad did not want him to do what he's doing. He majored in business management.
Mhm.
Feel me? Like, and he was not supposed to do what he did. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's the one thing that stuck with me in the whole pot, like like the whole thing that was going on in Philly, the Respect the Engineer. He said, my mom and dad didn't want, like, they didn't think I was gonna be doing music. They didn't think he was gonna be an engineer for Meek
Mhm.
Mill. Like, they thought he was gonna be running a business manager, and went to what he went to school for.
Right.
And he did what his heart told him to do,
Mhm.
basically. Is what
Do you
he
know what's crazy?
mm-hmm.
My nephew went to that. Respect the engineer. He
Who was
went
your
to the Philly
nephew?
one. SI.
Oh, he did?
He went to that.
Facts, I was there sitting on the speakers.
What's wild
Mhm.
is
I was the only girl there. You remember? He took
was
pictures of me.
was wild
I
is
want those pictures, yo.
they're gone. Anyways.
With that 1 terabyte of memory that be going. Cruz
Right.
got them though. What's up, Cruz? I need them videos, man. I need
Right,
them
right,
pictures.
right. But my nephew went to that, and we've been pushing him because he wanted to do bees forever, and he was
Mhm.
dicking around, and
Yo, it was
we bought him everything. Right.
Mhm.
I say we like I spent all the money, but you know,
250 a slide. Like,
right.
we making
But
money.
but
Mhm.
but we did everything, and we showed up. SI went over there and saw what the potential was,
Mhm.
and since that point is where he started doing what he started doing.
And I was there for that. That's wild. That's that
Right.
A&R shit. That's what
Right.
I feel so blessed, honestly, and I'm just so humble.
Who knows where
Right.
that kid gonna be a year from
No, I
now?
know where that kid's gonna
15,
be.
bro.
He played me.
Yeah.
Remember when we was on the ride down with At on that ride
Mm,
when he came on this
Yeah.
episode? I was
mm,
freestyling to his beats. His beats got pain. His beats got that Philly shit
Mm-hmm.
I be talking about.
mm,
For real, you can't. That's what I mean. Like that environment that you already have raised him in has literally affected and reflected. And look at it, and it's in his beats.
And it's crazy because the goal was obviously that's my nephew,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
it's my daughter, and to me it's like, let's not put our kids in that perspective. Let's, education and this and that. And
hmm
he's like, no, I see what y'all went through, so I'm just gonna reflect that in my music, and it
hmm
shows you. It's crazy to see that
His
shit.
beats are
It's crazy.
mm,
It's
tough.
crazy because it's like that was like 7, 6, 8 months ago tops,
hmm
and to see the progression, it's like, what the fuck?
What I see, like automatically, is like, yo, he got talent, and franchise is a fucking beast. Like,
yeah,
he
franchise.
already has all the right people
Right.
around him, yo. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's
The
gonna
team is
be,
there. We're just waiting for him to come.
yeah. No, but don't wait for him. Like, push him, like
Yeah.
OD, push him,
The
because
crazy thing is that's a kid that you don't have to push.
yeah,
That shit
that's
just
true.
that
Cause
shit
he
just
has beats for
flows.
days. Like, you have MP3 files for fucking days. Like, he was playing a few in the car, and I was like, yo, like I could write to this, I could write to that, and if I
Mm-hmm.
could write to it, that's how I think about it. Like when I'm A&R, and it's like, if I hear something on the beat, when an actual artist gets on it, it's out of here. It's out of here. And
Mm-hmm.
Atlas, the way that he got to trust my ear, I got this one artist. Shout out to Cassiano. He's one of the like he's from High Bridge, and it's crazy
Okay.
because High Bridge, the label, actually tried to like work with him and stuff. But
Mm,
he's a very independent artist. He wants to get everything done like just based off his pure talent. So
mm,
he wants everything done like because he's that good.
mm,
And I've shown his music to you guys. I played him for you. He's so talented, and it's just with with that artist, I was able to show him what I could do for him as far as my connections. Cause I was from Connecticut, and I actually know somebody. I went to school with his cousin back
okay.
in elementary school.
It's
Back
one
when I
o'clock.
oh shit, back when I knew Tanya, and basically, long story short, is that his cousin introduced basically got me to listen to his music. And he's from the Bronx, and his music got me into Atlas and Cruz's ears.
Damn, that's crazy.
And it's like with that ear, with me believing in him, like it was just that easy. Like
Damn.
when you find talent, you find it. You send it up, and it goes where it's supposed to go.
It's
And
crazy to think because you said you're 23.
hmm
You're in a position where you're still trying to make life decisions for yourself,
exactly.
but you still want to hold on to those, to those connections,
hmm
and you want to build on that.
hmm
So you want to become an adult, but you want to hold. And not saying that that isn't being an adult,
hmm
but you want to hold on to that. Like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah,
You still holding on to that dream,
for
and you still
real.
making it happen.
Yeah.
That's the problem. A lot of people go, oh well, fuck it, I'm gonna drop all this bullshit because to them it's bullshit,
hmm
and I'm just gonna go into the corporate world and do all
hmm
this bullshit. That's why we do this shit. That's why we sit here every day
Mm-hmm.
and do this. We talk about this podcast. We text each other every day. We do this shit because we want to continue that outside of the realm shit,
Yeah.
Yes.
outside of the fucking norm, because
Yes.
that shit'll kill you.
Talk that real, because honestly, like having a female peer, I'm the first female on your podcast. Word.
You
Yeah.
definitely are, and we
Yep.
forgot to mention that, but
Yeah,
she's the
she
first
is.
female in
It's
the
Word.
all right.
fucking
It's
She
all
the
podcast.
right.
first lady of basement statements.
Hello,
Facts.
like that's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say. Like
Right, right.
I'm not the first female to do this shit, but I'm the first female with the same drive as Lil Kim, Remy Ma, fuck it, Nicki, fuck it, Cardi, fuck it,
Mm-hmm.
all these females that are in the industry. Like I am their alter ego in a way where it's like, damn, I wish I didn't have to do this and that to get to where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I wish I could have just played behind
How
the
difficult
scenes.
is that to be the female in the room? Like for
You have no idea. Like I'm talking about, I'm shouting them out because it's like I thank them, like I respect them, yeah, for being um like there, like you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just there. Because at the end of the day, like Nikki had to change her whole style to get where she's at.
right,
She had to change her whole style, like, and that's not a bad thing because versatility to have that gets you as big as where Nikki is.
of
Period.
course,
Mm-hmm.
obviously,
And Cardi had to learn from that. And Cardi was the first female in fucking who knows since Nikki how long to get to where she's at.
10 years.
And it's like, what the fuck did she have to do what you said? Stripping at 15. That's fucking sad. And at the end of the day, I want to build a world where it's like you don't gotta strip, you don't gotta put your ass out to be where I'm at or to be where you gotta be. Like, and it's not like putting your ass out is a bad thing. Mama, you got it. So shake what mama gave you.
Facts.
But I didn't really get much from mama, but you got your little brother, take care. I'm out.
Yeah.
That's basically what I got from mama. And it's just like from daddy, I got you better stay in school a little bit because it's like you better be educated.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm from Connecticut. It's like my dad wasn't a pimp, but like I said, he had 6 kids and 5 different baby mamas. So you know what type of time
That's
he was
pimp
on.
enough.
Okay,
I
you know, you don't gotta say the word pimp before you understand the word pimp. Okay, and it's just like I love my dad because at the end of the day, he knew bitches and he knew women and he knew what he wanted to make me, and it was not no bitch. And it was just like, do what you gotta do, but don't be no bitch.
Right.
Straight
Exactly.
up, work for what you gonna have, and as long as you work for it, it's yours. Literally, it's yours because you put the work in.
Yep.
And that's what I learned. I've been putting the work in. I've been staying like Atlas. Honestly, like just to give you like like it's on the record. Atlas was the first male in the industry to not look at me and be like, "All right, what can I do with this bitch? Like pimp her out."
Right.
Honestly,
That's the scary part because to think as like me as a father of a female, it's like, what the fuck can I do to make? And I'm sorry to say it, but your tits not the fucking like the main thing. Like you walk in the room and that's not what they look at. They look at you like an individual and like somebody who can contribute.
Yeah.
My bad.
No, you good, bro.
To be an
Somebody
asset.
right.
Not an asset without using your asset. That's a bar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Another one.
Dropping them, but
What-
still like
Flex, where my bomb at?
so to me it's a lot to have you here because it's like, okay, well, I'm the only father in the crew, but on top of that I'm a father of female.
And you're the mastermind.
Whatever. But still,
Take
like
that.
to me it's just like, okay, well, I want to make sure that my little girl doesn't see herself as a female. She
Objectified.
sees herself as
As an equal.
herself, right? As an
somebody
equal,
who could
right?
contribute. As somebody who's
Right.
being listened to.
Right.
Exactly.
So it's okay. It's fun juggling. Hey, we should
Okay.
skip the ad. I guess that's telling us something, right? How long we been on here?
We are almost 2.
Okay.
2 hours? Oh, and we out of here.
Right.
We out of here.
We out of this shit,
Gang,
right?
we out of here. You got enough of our time.
Right.
2 hours.
Yo,
We
yeah. All right.
appreciate
So
you.
listen, y'all.
Hold on,
Literally,
hold on.
That's $100 at the studio.
I don't know
Keeping
if-
a buck with you.
I don't know if it's because my
It's free 'cause it's
laptop
mine.
died. I think my laptop died maybe, and it was AirPlay. It was like paired to the Apple TV, and then it must have shut off. And then all of a sudden, the fucking somebody's music, I don't know who that is, started blasting.
Right.
Basically saying, "Could y'all fucking wrap it up already?"
Right.
Because
Wrap
it's
it
1
up.
in the
It's
morning.
1 in the morning. We got
Yeah.
kids upstairs. We don't want to sleep.
Well, Bianca, before we let you go, you want to let them know
Right.
anything else?
Anything
Tell
you
them
working
anything else,
on?
or your
Tell us.
Instagram,
Yes, our
whatever.
services. Cruise control is coming out. I'm gonna be working in studios and everything. If you want to book me, I'm on that flight. It's free 99. I'm out there for the love. I'm making music for the love. So whenever you want me in a session, I'll come by. It doesn't matter. And then my Instagram is BMarie
Right.
_cruise. You already know.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Cruise.
Hey,
Well,
We good?
I was
We basement
happy for
statement.
y'all to finally, I'm happy to finally reunite with y'all ever since my birthday weekend.
Right. Them week
week.
hiatuses feel like months.
Yeah, they do.
It
Even though
definitely
they
feel
only
like a
take a
month
little
since the
bit.
last draw.
Yeah, right. Ain't that
Real
crazy?
ones fall back. We don't never fall off though.
Yeah.
Facts, though.
Yo, come on, man.
Well, it's
This
basement
nigga.
statements.
Hey,
Bar
Franchise.
City.
I'm
Nell.
Nell.
I see y'all next weekend.
Right. Appreciate you.
And we
B.
out of here.
Holla.
Be safe.
Make sure you at that listening party. Catch me there. That's
Oh
the next
yeah,
place
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be.
we
yeah.
be
Oh yeah.
there.
Speaking of that,
Hold
real
on,
quick,
hold on,
real
hold on,
quick.
hold on, hold on,
We
hold on.
still playing?
Yeah.
That's the
still
next
playing?
place I'm gonna be
Oh,
at.
real quick. I forgot to say it because I'm so I don't really like talking about my shit too much. But all right, I got a project dropping called Wild GOP. That's drop Wild GPOV. I'm sorry, I'm fucking up my whole shit.
OG.
It stands for Young Original
Facts.
Gangsters Point of View. Right? It's dropping October 18th, which is next Friday.
Right.
Right? So I'm gonna have a listening session. That shit gonna be popping. I'm gonna drop that shit on that Friday about like 8 o'clock.
At night?
at
Nah.
night.
And I'm gonna be there.
Oh,
Be there,
yeah.
you know, everywhere.
And
we be there.
11
Be there.
tracks. I'm on 10 of them by myself. Featuring Ray Del. Shout out to Ray Del, my guy.
Word.
Shout out to
Shout
Ray
out
Del,
to
episode
Ray
number
Del,
8.
my
Yup.
nigga.
I'm
Hey,
just bullshitting. I don't even know what
Hell
episode
yeah.
it
episode
was,
am
but
I?
shout out the
What
fucking.
episode is it?
We
I
got
think this is
Probably
11.
Ooh,
Yeah.
7-Eleven.
But-
Hey,
Yeah, that's about it, y'all. Show that
I,
some love. What's up? What's going on? Now?
hey, I want to apologize for all the motherfucking 11 o'clocks. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, yeah,
Promise
Yo,
y'all,
honestly,
dickheads.
that shit is fire from when you're like talking too much and like, oh damn, look at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
The
yeah,
low-key
right.
reminder.
Alert.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I've gotten it like, yo, you need to get that out of there.
Uh-huh.
Just because, like, it's 3 o'clock when I'm
Yeah.
listening
I
to
gotta
it.
go another PP test.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, though, y'all.
The
Alright,
night
you
is
said-
young. Hitting the
Peace.
studio, bitch.
Oh,
Tommy, you ready to go home?
she been dying to go home. She told me earlier. She been knocked out, right? She was knocked out.
No, she was away.
She was away.
Your daughter was knocked out.
Judo chopped that motherfucker. She figure it out.
She's like, I want to go.
She told me earlier. She said, "Am I going home anytime soon?" I was like, "I don't know. We gonna figure it out though." That was a lit episode though. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Word.
That's my life. Thank you. You look tired.
Do I? I'm ready. Bro, I'm gonna be up.
Oh, we're still alive.
Oh.
Yes, sir.